Hello everyone, today we're going to be using Scratch Junior to program a penguin dance party. First, open the Scratch Junior app. Then, use the plus sign to start a new project. Sorry cat, but we're going to get rid of you and we're going to have penguins today. If you'd like to keep the cat or use a different character, you absolutely can. First I'm going to choose my background. I'm going to tap on the little picture postcard at the top and I'm going to look for a nice snowy background. Now I'm going to add my characters using the plus sign on the left hand side. I'm going to add a penguin down from the animal section. And before I click tick, I'm going to click on the paintbrush to let me edit it. I'm going to add a few penguins, so I'm going to give each one a number, so it's going to be easy for me to keep track of my programming. So I'm just going to call them 1, 2, 3, but if you'd like to give them a name, you can. You can also at this stage use the tools or the brushes to make some decorations for your animals. So I might give this penguin a little Santa hat, just to make them stand out. And that's my first character added, and I'll decide where I want them to stand. I'm going to add a second penguin, and again I'm going to give them number 2 this time, and I'll just keep them as a plain penguin, get them added, and I'm going to add a third and final penguin. You can add as many as you like, and I'm going to name this penguin number 3. And I'm going to give them a nice cosy scarf to wear. Oh, oopsie daisy, I forgot to choose my line. I'm going to give them a nice warm scarf to wear. There we go. I've now got my 3 penguins. I've decided where I'd like them to stand, and now I'm going to start programming them. For 1, and I'm going to use a yellow trigger block. And I'm going to say that they're going to start their action when I press the green flag. And for my penguin number 1, its action, I'm simply going to choose they're going to move to the right, and then they're going to move to the left. And I'm going to make it 2 steps to the right and 2 steps to the left. If I press my green flag, they'll move. Now, I want them to keep doing this as they're dancing, so I'm going to choose the red block, and I'm going to use the repeat block. And this means that it's going to keep going and going and going and going and going until I stop it. So I'll press the green flag, it'll move 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and then repeat 2 to the right, 2 to the left, as so. So it's going to keep moving, and then when I press the red, it'll stop. Now looking at that, I think I'm actually going to change this back to 1. I think I'm going to prefer that. Yeah, I think I prefer that movement. Moving on to penguin number 2. Penguin number 2 is also going to start when I press the green flag. And penguin number 2, I'm going to use the appearance blocks. I'm going to make them grow bigger by 2, and then I'm going to make them shrink by 2. So I'm going to test that. So they went up and down, but so that they're going to keep moving like my other penguin, I'm going to put my repeat block on. Let's test it. Okay, so I've got my penguin pulsing in the middle, and I've got my wee dude moving side to side. Now I just need to do penguin number 3. So for penguin number 3, I'm going to have them starting on the green block, on the green flag. And this penguin, I'm going to have do a jump. So if I test it, they jump up and down. Happy with how that's working. I'm happy with the number of the height, so I'm going to put on my repeat block. And now my penguins are all moving. So you might notice that my green scarf penguin number 3 has stopped slightly higher up than where they started. If I press the blue return to the start button that's next to the green flag, that will set all my penguins back to their starting positions. Now I'm going to add a little special move for our penguins. I'm going to add another character. I'm going to go down and I'm going to look for the star, which is down near the bottom. There we go. I'm going to choose this star. And with this star, I'm going to move it up into the sky. And I'm going to use this star almost like a button. So I'm going to say that when the star is touched, so this is the touch button, it's going to send the orange signal. So that means it's going to trigger something happening. And what it's going to trigger happening is this penguin. This start block means when it receives the orange message. So when I tap the star, the orange penguin is going to move around in a circle. And what I'd like it to do is make it almost like a cartwheel. So to do that, I need to check how many times I need to spin around to make my cartwheel. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 takes us halfway round. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So changing this number to 12 will let them do a full spin around. So now when I tap my star, my penguin does a cartwheel. I'm going to do the same for penguin number 2. When they receive the orange message, they're going to spin, and I'm going to put in the number 12 so that it's a full circle, and the same for penguin number 3. I'm going to get when they receive the orange signal, they're going to spin, and it's going to be 12 so that they do the full circle. I'll test it. Here's the green flag, so they start moving, and when I tap the star, they all do their move. And that way, if I have some music playing, I can add some movements to my penguin at appropriate times. Again, my penguin's sort of in the air, so I'm just going to use the blue button next to the green flag to return them. If I want to add any other moves, I can add another character. So this time I'm going to add the different star and move it into a place. And this one, for example, I could have when I tap this star, it's going to send a different colour signal. It's going to send the red signal, and I could decide when the red signal is received from penguin 1, then they're going to see something. And since it's Christmas, they could say Merry Christmas, or depending on what song you've got playing, you might tap in a lyric from the song that you can press so they can sing it along with the music. So I'll press my green flag, start their dancing, we can do our cartwheel, and this one can say Merry Christmas. So there you have it, your penguin dance party. I hope you had fun, and remember, you can use these skills to make lots of different scenes. It doesn't just need to be penguins, you could use people, other animals, you could have an alien space party. It's totally up to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.